that foam roller. I have some fun stretches for us, so hope you're ready. So I'm calling it my grainy, rainy, brainy. I'm gonna add brainy, grainy, rainy, brainy day. So it's kind of grainy because I'm in my garage. It's kind of rainy, which I'm laughing that you can actually see the rain coming through. So maybe I need a water seal. And then,
why did they call you Dash?
that is such a great question. What a great way to go for Lengthen and Strengthen. So my name is Anna, A-N-N-A, hyphen or dash, capital M-A-R-I-E. That's my first name. Anna dash or hyphen, capital M, Marie. All are important. Anna, the dash, and the capital M with Marie.
Okay.
So I go by Anna Marie as my full name. Helen is my middle name. So that's my full name. And my whole life, I have like truly just, it'd be like calling you're Loretta.
Yeah.
So Loretta, to me, it'd be calling you, maybe somebody calls you this, but it'd be like calling you, like when I hear Ann or Anna so people shortened it to Dash so that they didn't have to have such a long word to say.
Okay, I just wondered.
Another reason, when I worked as a trainer at The Biggest Loser about 3 years ago, we were in Itasca for a little while working. The man said, "You have the nickname Dash." And I told him why, which was my dash. It's very important. So you will never forget my dash, or I'll let you know if you did. And he said, "Well, you also dash around." He's like, "So I think it's very good for you because you're like very, very fast in everything you do." So that's why.
Okay, I just wondered.
Now you said
by the way, it's never a short story.
You said The Biggest Loser?
Yeah, you know Bob Harper.
My nickname. Loretta gave me that.
No, it was one of the ones we did in Itasca. They had a like off-site, like not the show, but like they did a few where they popped up. And so there was one Itasca for about a year and a half. We were up there. So yeah, I was up there with Lisa for a little bit too.
All right. Well, Loretta gave me the name of The Biggest Loser, so I've got it.
No. All right, welcome everybody. We have quite a few on today. So I am Dash or Anna Marie. Today is Lengthen and Strengthen. We're going to start with awesome stretches. We're going to spend quite a bit of time on the floor today, and I will use the foam roller quite a bit also, but we have some nice deep hip stretches, leg stretches, and some hamstrings. So I want you guys to go back on your mat, follow along with my voice. I'm going to have my producer and directors maybe move it a little bit closer to make sure you guys can see things when I'm in them, because some of these we've not done before. So I've been doing my research. But if you guys can see me okay for right now, if not, they'll move it a little closer. Thumbs up, Jana, if you can see me okay. It's fine, Jana can see me, so we're good. It looks different like when you're in the thing. Okay, you guys, come to first to a seated position, please, for me. Foam roller can be close, or yoga strap. I will encourage you right now, if you want to use a yoga strap or you want to use a towel like we've been using for any of the stretches, all that's going to do is add an integrated stretch with upper body and lower body. So if you want to have a yoga strap while we do these things, you can, but you don't have to. But for instance, if I say, in this time, we're going to come over and do like a side stretch to start, you are welcome. You should be learning as we're doing these classes and go along on Saturdays and Wednesdays. You could take this and go to the side also, using it just for a little bit of extra pull. So I'm just going to tell you that ahead of time, that if you feel like that's something you want to use it for, you can. Otherwise, we're going to come in a seated cross-leg position. Shoulders roll back and down. I want us to take our hands from our knees to the side. And we're going to start with that side stretch to get a nice full body stretch. Inhale. And on the exhale, come to the side. Trying to get this elbow towards the ground. Heart is lifted, sky, palm facing me. And a nice big inhale. We're going to come over to the other side. Try to push this forearm and elbow into the ground. You kind of start to want to tip forward, open, heart to the sky, or your garage door opener thing. I'm gonna pretend it's something, it's a giant spotlight, my disco ball. Nice exhale and release. Take these hands from here. We're gonna come into a T. I want you to have your hands and fingers wide, wiggling from your pinky finger, so like little finger all the way into the thumb, and then take from the thumb all the way out. So we're gonna try to make a fist, and we're gonna go pinky to open, and now thumb to close. Now pinky to open, and thumb to close. Do it one more time without me saying it. Awesome. And now turn the palms away from you. We're gonna do a little bit of like light, like little teeny pulses for 10, 9, squeezing between your shoulder blades, 3, 2, and release, kind of shake it out. All right, let's just take our legs for a second here. And all we wanna do is come up. I want our toes not pointed right now. They're gonna be flexed, slight micro bend in the knees, nice inhale. And we're gonna slowly roll forward towards the toes, ankle, shin, or thigh, depending on where that is for you today, and hold. And just chill there for a second. Take a nice deep breath, inhale through the nose, and exhale through the mouth one more time. We're gonna do 3 full rounds of breath, so a nice inhale in. And an exhale out. Awesome. All right, slowly roll up to the top. Let's give the feet a little bit of love for a minute on each foot. All I want us to do right now is take the foot, use our fingertips to start to give yourself a little bit of foot massage, working through a little bit around your ankle bone if you have any tightness there, coming around the heel. You can even push in on the heel, kind of like a little roller ball for your foot. You can work your way up to your toes, or take your fingertips or palm, kind of your knuckles, rubbing it through the arch of your foot, and try to point and flex a little bit while you're doing this. I know for me today, I have a lot of tension. A lot seems to be really tight behind my ankle. So I'm gonna kind of spend some time here. Find what is best for your body. In about 5 seconds, we're gonna switch to the other foot to kind of get ourselves a little bit warmed up. Same exact kind of thing here. Start around that ankle bone, pressing in on the fascia around, so all that connective tissue, we want to start to break that up a little bit. Notice where you feel tightness. We always talk about not having a sharp, like knife pain. You don't want that. It should feel good, but not too painful. Maybe a little bit uncomfortable. Concentrate on separating your toes. One foot might be a little bit different than the other. Awesome. All right. So release this, and we're going to come forward. I want you to keep your foam roller close. We're going to come to the top of the mat. You're going to be in a 90-90. So you want your foot active, knee 90. And then, so you don't want this pulled in yet, because we're going to go to a 45 degrees. So right now it's at 90. So it should be just resting right behind. You're going to shift your hips towards the front of the room. The foam roller is here in front. If you want, you can add that in, and you're going to roll slightly forward, straight forward, and your head is going to go towards the mat and hold. You're going to hold here for 30 full seconds. You should feel a massive stretch. So as your glute, hip, let your hands hang. Release the tension in your tongue, your mouth. Make sure your feet stay active. So just kind of like wiggle your toes every so often. Nice deep breath in. and out, and I want you to roll back up. You might feel a little bit of a stretch here too. That's normal. We're gonna go into this again. Roll back out. This time, make sure that eye gaze. I'm only talking to you this way so my voice doesn't go back and forth too bad. Your eye gaze should be at your mat or at your floor. Your neck is in line with spine, and we're gonna stay here for a full 45 seconds. Concentrate on your breathing right now. Are your hips squared to the mat? If you can go 1 inch further with that foam roller where it gets a little uncomfortable, please do so. Remember, the best judge of what you're doing is yourself. It's your body. Listen to it. It really wants to talk to you. About 10 more seconds. Don't forget to breathe. And slowly roll up. Now, just when you want to stop, we go back into the stretch one more time. We're gonna go back for 30 seconds. So get yourself situated, know where you wanna go. And if you don't want the foam roller, you can also go forward without it. I'm gonna do the last one without the foam roller, but you can. Walk those hands out and come as far down to the ground as possible. I feel like it's opening up a lot of space. I have 15 more seconds here, so make it your best. Whatever that is for you today. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and I'll walk it back up. All right, you're gonna safely bring this knee up, cross over, and we're gonna switch to the other side. Now, if you want, the time we go this time with the foam roller, since we are used to the move, it's your second time around, when you roll out, you can kind of even do some foam rolling on your forearms. I'm just giving you some ideas. You'll also feel that little bit of a stretch here too. So take it forward, take a deep breath, 90 with the feet, palms, and roll yourself out and hold. And if you want, while you're here, you can do some forearm foam rolling. So you could come up and hold. You talked about integrating lower body and upper body. There's no reason you can't do this for one of the rounds. You can do the sides, move your arms, thumbs up, and then you can come palms down, a little bit inward, rotating an internal rotation. That's up to you. Or you can just stay still. Slowly roll all the way up. Take a nice deep breath in. We're gonna go back in for the longest one. This is gonna be the full 45 seconds. Ask yourself, are you tighter on this side? Do you feel more crooked or more centered? If you start to lean over to one side, I want you to think about centering yourself and then pushing forward straight with the hips squared to the ground and to the front, or camera, I guess, computer. Take a nice solid deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let your shoulders come away from your ears. And slowly come back up. Awesome. Your last one will be for 30 seconds. In 30 seconds, we're gonna go all the way out, so you can choose to use this or come out. If you want to get rid of the foam roller and you want to try to go 1 or 2 inches deeper into the floor for this last 30, try to keep those palms out, shoulders away from ears, and relax. And slowly walk back up. Woo, that should feel good. All right, while we have the foam roller close, let's do our calves this time. If you can do both, we've done this a while, so now you guys know a lot of options. If you're completely new, speak up, come off mute. Don't be afraid to tell me that, please. Otherwise, I'm gonna go with it as if you've been here. Level 1, here, level 2, crossover, level 3, picking yourself up. And we are gonna roll from right above the ankle bone to right below our knee. We're gonna roll forward and back, pressing pressure, gently pressuring into that foam roller for 4. We're gonna also now go side to side. Remember that fascia that we wanna break up, right? All that connective tissue, it doesn't take much. Just a little bit of attention a day, a few minutes a day. So we're going side to side, like east to west. And now, feel your own body. Feel if you have a spot, like right here, I can feel a little bit of a knot. Fine if you don't have one, great. Otherwise, if you do, I want you to either hold that spot and breathe, or you can kind of dig it in a little bit for a few seconds. But if it starts to painful, like for me, it's a little bit tight, I'm just gonna let it sit and apply some pressure on it. Try not to do what I just did. Try not to take your toes and make the tension. Let your feet relax. Now we're gonna switch the other foot. Oh, it makes me thirsty. We're gonna switch to the other foot. I'll go the other way so you can see it. All we're gonna do is take in level 1 or level 2 or level 3. You'll do the same thing with crossing over. So for me, I'm gonna cross over here, roll forward and back. If you do not wanna lift your body off the ground, you do the same thing without the lift. You should be feeling this foam roller doing you some awesome I can't even get my words out because it's like, whoa, that one is so tight. Now we're gonna go side to side. What I was gonna say is it has like some awesome, like almost give back. It wants to like push back at you. So what you need to do is think about melting into it, like relax your body into it. So like, don't let it push back at you. Let your muscles be less tense, let your toes relax. Turn your brain off a little bit and let it just fall into this. Now when you find a spot, I want you to find that spot and I want you to kind of slightly just go back side to side. If you have no spots, then that's fine. You can just keep rolling forward and back, kind of lightly. Like for me today, maybe on this side, I might choose to just kind of just continue this nice slow roll up and down. You want to spend about, we've talked about this before, about 30 seconds to 90 seconds on each part of the body. No more than that is needed. Okay, and I want us to now release. Shake out those legs, set aside that foam roll for a second. I want us to come back in the same kind of position we were starting with together, but this time we were in 90-90. Now I want us to come into 45-45. That means this foot is touching this knee, okay? It's a little bit closer in, and this foot comes in a little bit. What we're gonna do, square our hips to the front, okay? Get this set first. So more at a 45-degree angle. It's not out in front of us, it's touching. I want us to slowly walk our hands back. Now, this might be where you go today. That's fine, okay? I do not want anyone putting themselves in any kind of danger. If it bothers your knee, stop, let your foot come out a little bit further. Otherwise, I just want you to hold. Your shoulders are away from your ears. Your goal will be eventually to come towards the ground for a massive stretch through here. I'm gonna believe everyone feels this. Try to push through the glute here on this side. That would be your left glute. Push through it in the ground. Shift your hips towards the center and come back. We're gonna hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, come back up and release, switch the legs, walk this forward, walk this back. Toe and foot, 45. Bring this in. Again, make sure your hips square to the front. If you have to move your sit bones a little bit, that's fine. And then walk yourself back. If you're able to eventually come down to your elbows, you might be more flexible on one side. You could actually walk down to your elbows, but be very, very cautious. The big hip flexor stretch. Right down the quad. Play with it a little bit. This is one of those stretches that might be new to you. So don't go too far into it. You have to remember, stretching, lengthening our muscles, right? They get really tight. It doesn't all happen in a day. That's why you have to do it every day. Take a nice deep breath in and slowly come back up to the front. We're gonna do one more time on each side. Come to this side. Bring that foot in. Walk this back. Open the heart to the sky. It's a lot of pressure on your wrist. See, just in one round, I'm able to go further onto my elbows, just basically doing it again. Does not mean you need to. Push through your forearms, anchor yourself, and then you want to walk yourself back up. Switch. Last time on this side, foot is touching the knee. We walk ourselves back. And know 100% that probably one side is tighter than the other. I want you to concentrate on your breathing. We're going to slowly walk our way back up. Be so limber, you won't know what to do with yourselves after all this is so done. All right. I want us to come up. We're going to do our thighs. I'm going to use this for both for me, if yours is long enough. Otherwise, you can use it also for one. What we're going to do is basically just put this from right above our kneecap. I'm going to show it from the side, actually. Right above the kneecap. Can you guys make sure you can see me? Right above the kneecap. We'll be in a plank position. Toes on the ground is level 1. Toes lifted, level 2. I am going to army crawl and walk myself right below my hips and then come back up and back. So we're in the forward and back motion. Now, if I start to let myself go like this, right? No. You want to tuck your hips. You're in a plank, bracing your core. So you want to make sure your neck is in line with spine, pushing through these forearms in a nice plank position. And if you guys do any kind of core class with us at Marine Valley, I know you guys have all been corrected in the core. So if you see yourself starting to go here, think about lifting the hips. They're square to the ground. Think about balancing like a broomstick or a steel rod all the way from down your neck, all the way down your back, and it would be able to stay right there. That's how straight you are. See, you forgot you were even foam rolling. All right, when you find a spot in the middle, I want us to kind of just, I like to use the word, I'm excited, swoosh. Like swish yourself side to side. Start to break that stuff up. You can feel where it's tight. Work your way down and up your thighs. You start to feel like the tendons, right? Some ligaments, like what's that? And if you find a spot, the same thing can go. You can hold just there and breathe. There's so many activities you can do on this foam roller. It's kind of like endless, to be honest with you. Now, I want us to slowly bring those knees down, walk this up. We're gonna do something called a crucifix now on this. So I think the best way for me to do it is to show you first, and then I want you to join me. I'm gonna show you from the side. All we're gonna do is try to take and make sure the head is safe on the foam roller. So it's kind of like the upper back, and you're just like opening yourself up. So your bottom is on the floor. If this bothers you at all, you can turn it the other way. You're just in like an open position, okay? Otherwise, you can also turn it this sideways. That makes sense? And you can just roll it back and kind of open yourself here. Tuck the chin to chest to protect it, or also, this is one of those where you can interlock your fingers, put it behind your neck, and let yourself open. We are gonna go into this position for about 15 seconds at a time. So if you wanna follow me like this, it might be a little bit easier. The last time I did this, I realized I have a longer foam roller inside. This might be better when it's sideways. I want you to just roll a place that feels comfortable, extend a little bit, open, elbows high and wide, tuck the chin to chest, let gravity take over a little bit, breathe. Kind of feels funny breathing into the foam roller. And now slowly come up and touch your knees with your hands, rolling up your vertebrae one at a time. And now we're gonna go back in. If you wanna go 1 inch further, you can, just protect that neck. And it's not like over gripping your head or neck, okay guys? It's just a little bit light on the head, fingers are interlocked, and now slowly roll up, bracing the core as you roll up, get a little sit up, extra ab workout there, and come back down. You have to remind yourself sometimes to tuck that chin to chest, neck in line with spine. Elbows, I challenge you to take your elbows a little bit wider. And slowly roll up and touch. All right, come back up to the top. I want us to bring this foot in. Leg is out. If you need to, you can switch your way if it bothers your heel or anything, if you have your mat. I want us to take ourselves and shift towards the foot that's flexed. Lift the arms, and we're gonna come down. Slight micro bend in the knee is fine, and hold. Allow yourself to lengthen, okay? Your lower back, through your arms, all the way down. If all you do is get to your shin or knee, awesome. Be gentle. Now point the toe, come back up, and go back down. And hold for 3, 2, release back up. Shake it out. We're gonna go to the other side and bring this foot in. This leg is out. Shift your hips towards your foot. Foot is flexed. Arms are up. And we cross right down over. That slight micro bend allows you not to lock your knee out. Slowly walk the fingers up, roll the vertebrae up, point the toe, and we go back in. And hold. All right, I want us to slowly roll up. Take those feet out again in front of us. Bring the knees in. Come into your cobbler's pose. We've done this a couple times. I challenge you to continue to do this one. I think it's one of the ones I've gotten better at as we start this class. Feet are together. You're wanting to take your knees and push them as much towards the ground as you can. And I want us to hold them down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, release up. Bring everything up, kind of weird, kind of funky and uncomfortable. And then go back down. If you want, you can release your feet. You can use your elbows to push your hips down more. That's up to you. It's another option. But make sure we're not doing this. We're not like coming over like this. Make sure you're open. Hold. Come back up. And one more time. While we're here, why don't we take our neck to both sides? I like to integrate things at one time. Might as well do for one special. It's like buy one, get one free. BOGO. You can smile if you want in the middle of it, or like tell yourself a joke. And release. All right, let's come back into that cross leg position. Do a little bit more neck work before we're off. We only have a couple minutes left. So we're here. Once you take and tuck your chin. The best stretch you've given in your neck all day. Your shoulders away from your ears. Come up to center. I want us to take 2 circles. We're going to make like a small appetizer plate kind of size. Not that I have appetizer plates or really eat off of appetizer plates, but I'm just giving a visual. And now we're going to go to bigger, like a dinner size plate. With your nose, you're drawing that with the nose. Draw me 2 more big plates. I guess I'm getting hungry for lunch. And then we're going to stop. And now I want you to take large plates again the other way. So 5 big dinner plates, drawing with your nose. You can close your eyes if you want. Or keep them open. And now we're going to make 3 small dinner plates. We're going to come to the center. And look over towards your left. Nice inhale in, and on the exhale, to the other side. One more time, inhale. And the last one back over to the last side for our last move. So give it all you got. And release. Shake it out. And that's today. That's wrap. That goes by so fast. I don't think I realized what hour-long classes were, and so we have 30 minutes. It's amazing. I'm so glad we have 30 minutes together.
Thank you.
Thanks for the thumbs up, Judy. Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful day.
You too.